Tonight, a closer look at the role reserve police officers play in our communities.
It comes as Florida Department of Law Enforcement officials investigate a reserve officer-involved shooting in Tampa just before the new year. And 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio explains.
Just before 7 p.m. on December 28th, two Tampa police reserve officers worked traffic enforcement near Sparkman Wharf. There, police say a man threatened to shoot a reserve officer and reached for his pocket before he was shot 3 times.
Once that active criminal investigation is done, then we will conduct an administrative review.
The two reserve officers were put on administrative leave, but what exactly is a reserve officer?
They have the same training pretty much as any officer that's working the road.
We turn to Florida Gulf Coast University professor Dr. David Thomas, who has 20 years of experience in law enforcement.
They are a great asset to police departments, and oftentimes what you have is a lot of these guys and gals are retired.
He says reserve officers are either paid or work as volunteers. Many already have a background in law enforcement. Others pursue this as a passion on the side.
The reserve officers and maybe a full-time police officer, they have to go through the same background criteria to be there.
Yeah, that's by state statute. There's no sidestepping that. If you're going to be a reserve in our organization, this is the training that you have to complete.
The reserve officers come especially handy for major events requiring more agencies to oversee crowds.
Usually parades, like the fireworks events, anything where you're going to have a large gathering of people.
Dr. Thomas says the role's even more vital at a time when law enforcement agencies are trying to hire more people.
Yeah, recruitment's horrible.
Here's a look at how many there are in Tampa Bay. Tampa Police has 118 reserve officers total, St. Pete Police with 21. The Polk County Sheriff's Office has 92, Hillsborough with 69. Pinellas and Pasco counties have a combined total of 29.
They are a necessary part of our job in order to be able to do crowd control and do a lot of the other things that we have done.
Who wears body cameras, Dr. Thomas says, differs by agency.
Body cameras should be worn. It's probably the only thing that protects the officer and protects the public. But I also know that there's limits as far as money goes and the ability to be able to put something on everybody because body cams are very expensive.
Miguel Octavio, 10 Tampa Bay.